Clicked. It's going. You are live.
All right, Chris.
Well, Mr. Cooper, how are we?
It's been a while, hasn't it, since we've done a live?
Oh, we were just talking about that, weren't we? I
Yeah.
reckon you're right. It's got to be 18 months, maybe 2 years since we've done one. But as always, it's good to be back, guys, and back with you. So, Cheltenham, Mr. Coop's favourite week of the year for match betting, horse racing, and everything in between. Do you want to give a quick rundown about Chelt to start off with, kids, before we
I
start
mean,
going through the new tools and
yeah,
everything?
for me, I love me horse racing, and especially I love me jump racing and chases, and hurdles. And Chelsea is a combination of you just get the best horses running in the best races. I know like Aintree is a big meeting because of the Grand National, but Cheltenham really is the one. And the bookies have always gone to town with their offers. I mean, we call it Cheltmas because the bookies, they really are that generous with all your money back offers. They do throw offers at you. I know the thread's up and running already today. I think I saw in chat this morning that Star Sports might be releasing a really juicy offer at 12 o'clock. I think it was 12 o'clock when it treads.
Yeah. I think it might be invite only. It might
Yeah, it
be on
might
your
be right.
accounts, it might not. But they were giving a juicy offer. I didn't look at all the terms and everything for it, so apologies for that. But it was basically if you did a bet on every single race for that day at Cheltenham, you got £100 worth of free bets, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, so if you get that offer, that's a nice offer. Me, I'll be doing each way no lay. As soon as we finish this live, I'll be getting onto them. I'll be whaling through. I know some of our members have got 30, 40, 50 bets on already.
Yeah,
I don't know how many.
I'm on 25 already this morning from doing that before I started work and on my break as well. I know we normally say wait till the night before / the day of the actual racing, but guys, this is Cheltenham.
Yeah,
There is millions upon millions of pounds being pumped through
yeah,
bookies, exchanges, and everything else. The traders haven't got time to be checking individual accounts. They're going to be struggling to keep it up with the odds, let alone anything else, and what trades are going on. So you'll be absolutely fine with regards to getting on your bets on now. Andy made a great comment on Facebook earlier on when somebody was asking about placing bets, that bets have been placed for months on Cheltenham. You can go back to January time when the meetings were announced and the runners started to come through for it. Bets were being placed as far back as then for it. So, yeah, if the value's there now, take it now. If you're doing each way no lay or lucky 15s at all. The other question I got asked quite a bit with regards to Cheltenham is how many bets per bookie to be doing. Would they keep it to, if the book is offering 7 places, just do 7 horses on that one bookie, or would you want to keep under the radar and just do 4 or 5 for that bookie? Again, it's Cheltenham, guys. You'll get away with absolute murder on there. The bets I've been doing today, because it's Cheltenham, I've not even looked at the bookies and counted how many horses I'm doing per race. If I've gone over, I've gone over. It's really not going to make any difference to your accounts this week at all. It's the only week of the year that we can get away with this.
yeah.
And while we can get away with it, get away with it. Take these bookies for every penny that
You can.
you can.
I mean, I've been going back a couple of years, and this was with Sky Bet, but we used to back like almost every horse in the race with the same bookie, didn't we? On Sky at
Yeah,
Cheltenham.
yeah. Just literally used to anything and everything. Cheltenham week. I really don't mind how many bets I've got on for a bookie over this week at all. It's just one of those weeks. Like I say, the traders for these bookies are going to be so busy just trying to keeping up with the money that's traded and having the right odds on their site to forget about people's accounts. They'll have that much money come in, it won't make a difference to them. It really won't. This is the week that Denise at Bet365, the
Uncle
guys
Fred.
Uncle Fred, the guys at Paddy/Sky/Betfair, as they are now, Flutter Group, they're just going to be looking at the amount of money that's pumped in. And yes, there'll be some bets that we're taking more value out of them than others, but over the whole, they will make an absolute fortune this week. So yeah, the amount of bets per bookie.
Not
in the
unless all
world.
the Irish horses turn up. They might get spanked if all the Irish horses turn up.
You just never know with the Irish lot, with Willie Mullins and so on and so forth. They have some great Cheltenhams, they really, really do. But there's always a couple of the UK trainers and owners that throw a bit of a spanner in the works for them, and hoping again they do this year, to be honest with you.
One thing I do like with Mullins horses is when he's got like 2, 3, 4 horses in a race, and then you just know might have the odds on favourite, but the amount of time that gets turned over by the third or the fourth string horse, he's a rum old bugger. He is, Mullins.
He knows what he's doing. He's been in the game too many years to not know what to do for it.
I'm not happy unless I've got every Mullins horse covered.
No, exactly. You've got to cover every single base with that trainer. You really, really do. But yeah, like I say, he's just very, very clever at what he's doing. Guys, can see that we're starting to get some questions coming through, and we will get back to those on there. Couple on there. Nice to have the live back. Yep, totally agree. It's great to have the live back. So it's been way too long since we've done a live. So we're more.
We've always enjoyed doing them, haven't we? We've always enjoyed doing them.
What? Sorry,
we've always enjoyed doing them.
Yeah, we have. It's just a great way to be able to get to you guys and be able to get questions answered there and then, and give you not a lesson. That's a really wrong way of putting it. But giving you guys a guide to how we do things, and not being big-headed or modest or anything like that at all. But myself and Andy have been in this game for way too long. We've done anything and everything when it comes to match betting, value betting, and everything in between, mixing the two of them up. It's just been something that we've done, and to be able to pass that knowledge on to you guys is a privilege, really, and we're just so happy to be able to pass it on to you and get these questions answered for you here and now. And any of you that pop back onto the recorded version, which will be on YouTube later, all recorded, and I believe Andy will be able to stick the link onto the Facebook groups for you to refer back to at any time. So as we always used to say, and we'll keep on saying time and time again, this is a time for you guys to ask us any questions that are relevant to this live that we're doing. This is your time as much as it is our time, so feel free to ask those questions, and we'll answer as many as we can as we go through. So Coop, so you're saying you're going to be doing mainly each way no lathe through?
Yeah, it's just the easiest and I suppose the laziest way of doing it. Maybe when you used to do it yourself, we used to do the fully laid extra places, and we had some great days. Great days, great months, great years doing that.
Yeah.
But it's time limited now. This was before I used to work for OP, so I could spend all afternoon smashing fully laid extra places. and made thousands doing it. It really is the low risk way of doing it. But now, after over 11 years of doing match betting, the bank's there to support each way, no lay. So as soon as we finish this and I go on break, I'll try and get a good 20, 30 on, and then fill it all up tonight. So I'll already have most of tomorrow covered by tonight, which is a good thing about Cheltenham, because you've already got the liquidity is already there. People are trading as we speak. There's thousands and thousands of pounds going into the market.
Yeah, there is. I'm just having a quick look at the extra place master now, and there's dozens coming through on there already. And this is 24 hours before the first race, so it's just going to get better and better over the coming hours. So, yeah, we always used to find when doing Cheltenham that me and Andy, we've known each other for years. We used to have a sort of clock off from work time at like 5:30, 6 o'clock time, and then meet back up about 8ish and just hammer the living daylights out of extra place full lay from 8 o'clock in the evening till 10, 11 o'clock at night, and then try and get on up at 6 o'clock the next morning and do the same again. With doing each way no lay, we haven't got to do that anymore. We can just do it through the day, get our bets on. Yeah, we'll probably spend a couple of hours tonight checking out value and probably tomorrow morning, but there's going to be no 6 o'clock up in the morning for me to jump on and do it, because just don't need to now with each way no lay, because the value's there all day long for it. It is still with full lay mode, but you've got to have that liquidity fully in the markets to be able to do it. Whereas each way no lay, you don't need as much liquidity in the win and the place markets for it to become actual value. When we were doing extra places in full lay mode, it only took 2 or 3 of us to be placing the lay bets, and that's it. The liquidity had just gone from the market, so it's sort of not needed as much as what it used to be, and having to faff around with money in exchanges and tying that up, and then having money for your bankroll for actually placing the bets as well. Because, like I say, me and Andy have done this for absolutely years now. We've built up such a bankroll that doing each way no lay is just so quick and easy for us, and we can ride through that variance that we are going to get. We expect variance, but long term, we're still in probably more profit now than what we were doing full lay. What do you reckon, Keith? Are you about the same, or you'd say more?
No, I'd say I probably made more doing full lay, but that's because that was the only thing that was out there. The one thing that we could hit for maximum money, like if I was hitting an extra place, I wanted to be hitting it for at least 200, 250 if it landed. And by having the big bank, by having a big exchange, we could put those kind of bets on. I mean, there's been times when there's been bookies have been offering, say, 3 extra places or 4 extra places, paying 8 instead of 4. And we've had 3 out of the 4 in the extra places. I think one of our mates, he had 4 out of 4 once. But like 3 out of 4, that was like £750 profit one race. And that's literally your day done, you know what I mean? But it was a lot of hard work. Like Chris said, it was getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning. But for me, I was getting up at 5:30 and having a cup of tea just to get fired up, and then do 3 hours before we started work. But we'll come back to Cheltenham later. But we really want to talk about the new tool, don't we, Chris?
Yes, we do. That's the main point of this live today. Is the new racing catcher, and what a great addition to the tool for every single member as well. It's not just on the pro tier or the diamond tier, it's available platinum and upwards. So it's a tool that's there for everybody to be using, and can use for it. If it's not showing on your account, it happens from time to time with new tools being added on. Just log out of your account, clear your cookies and cache, and log back in again, and it will show on there. It's just a bit of a technical glitch that happens sometimes that nobody's really found an answer for, but it is there for every member on Platinum and above. So if it's not showing, just like I say, log out your account, clear your cookies and cache, log straight back on again, and it will show there in the tools menu for you to use. So have you got the racing catch loaded up, Andy?
And no, mate. What I was going to say was I was speaking to somebody yesterday, and um, they've been doing match betting for over a year now, and they have still not placed a bet on horse racing. Now, some of the offers that the bookies have, some of the ones that have made me the most profits, Paddy Power, as an example, they'll give you money back second, third, or fourth. I think Live Score are going to be doing one every day. I know Dabble are going to be doing one every day. And that's without me going through the full list. If I went through the full list, I'd bore you to tears. But these offers, they really are bread and butter, dead easy to do. With the new catcher, it's going to do all the hard work for you. It's okay for me. Like, I'm a bit of a veteran, so I can look at odds and say, yeah, that's a good match. I'm going to take this one. But this is going to do, the catcher's going to do it all for you. So let me just open it up, and then I'll see if I can screen share.
No, yeah, I understand. It's where we both started off before getting onto extra places. We're doing the horse refund offers from Sky, Paddy, and the others that were doing it, and it is such a quick and easy way to make some profit from there. Couple of ways of doing those offers where you can lock in your profits by placing the bet on the win market, and then either second, third, or fourth place, depending what refund the book is doing, using the horse racing refund calculators. But he was finding the close matches that was always problems. Or you could just do what me and Andy used to do. It's a little bit riskier, but works out a little bit more profitable long term. And that was just literally backing and doing a win lay on there. So you're just doing that and then hoping that the horse finishes in the second, third, or fourth place to get the free bet from, with just a small qualifying loss of a couple of pound on there. But the racing catching that we've got now that Andy's just loading up onto the screen is such a helpful tool for this. So I'll let Andy have a run through of that with you guys, and I'll actually shut up for 5 minutes so you're not hearing my dulcet tones. Can listen to Andy for a minute or two.
Yeah, we have got a guide for this, which is going to take you through everything and how to use it, but I'll just give you a quick demo. So over here, we've just got my exchanges set up. So I've just got my Smarkets and Matchbook. They're the main two. And then these are the list of offers: bet and get, second to SP, beaten by a head. All the offers that are going to be available over at Cheltenham. But I know you've been speaking to Jimmy this morning, and what else is going to go on there, Chris?
The risk-free part is going on there. They're just doing the last bit of testing for it in the tech team now. Jimmy's head of our technical department. Speaking to him this morning, they're just doing the last bit of testing on the risk-free element, because there's a lot of bookies that are doing bet X amount and get a free bet if your horse loses offer, especially on the first race tomorrow. I think from what Bet365 are doing that offer, I think MGM are, I think Fred are as well, if I remember rightly, and a couple of others kicking in the background with that as well. I'm just having a quick look at my my list now. Just bear me a second. Where are you? There you are. Right. So Betfair are um, Jeff Banks are doing a £25 risk free. Oh, that's on sports tomorrow. So they can still use that for Cheltenham, I would have thought. We know that 365 have brought one in. Betfred are doing a bet 10, get 10. Boyles are doing a £10 risk free.
Like who's got a Boyles account?
In store, might be able to do it in store as well. I don't know. I don't know how Boyles in store works these days, in all honesty. But yeah, there's a lot of risk free offers about, which is basically place a bet of whatever the value is. Some will be £5, some will be £10. If your horse wins, great, you get the profit from it. If it loses, you get a £5 free bet. So the risk-free element, which is what we know as the bonus lock-in calculator on Outplayed, is being added to that, which I say Tech are just doing the final testings for now, making sure it's all running correctly. So touch wood, fingers crossed, and everything else. That should be on there right in time for tomorrow morning, for those offers on the bookies that are doing that.
Yeah, so let's go back to the catcher. So we've got offer types. We're going to keep all of those ticked. For an offer, I want to see every offer possible. Now today, because it's not Cheltenham today, the offers ain't so good. They're just standard run of the mill. So I'll just select this one at random. So Bresbet, £20, free bet if second by a nose. I mean, that's not very likely to happen, but this is just an example. So I'm going to tick that one. Let's have a look at the offers. So it's pulled up all these horses, mostly at Wolverhampton tonight. And it's just showing you the close matches. So we want to hope that one of these isn't the SP favourite. We need something shorter in odds. So down here, like American base, 6 to 6.8. If you click Bresbet, it will take you to that race. And then if you click the exchange, it'll take you to that race again. So it's dead simple to use. It's a lot. I said it's 100 times easier than the way we used to do it, in having to find manual matches. Because we did used to have a catcher, but it was pretty old tech, wasn't it, mate?
Oh god, the racing, the match catcher, yeah, it was very, very old tech. A lot of times the software would fall over, or the odds weren't right, or it just wouldn't show a close match on there. But this new bit of tech, which we've now got on the site, is so much quicker and easier to use. And again, says just clicking on the bookie tab, 9 times out of 10 will take you directly to that race for you. It'll open a different tab, and same with the exchanges. There'll be 1 or 2 bookies that doesn't work for, and that's just literally down to the feeds that we get from these bookmakers. So you might just end up going to Bet365 site, for example, and have to find that race and horse, but that literally takes you seconds to do. If the link is there directly to the bookie, it will take you directly to that race. So it's just really, really quick and easy to do, and save so much time on these offers for everyone, and that's the beauty of it all. It's for everyone.
Yeah, so the offer I've selected now, because this one will be up tomorrow. This one's an in-store only one with Paddy Power, where they refunding if second or third, which is a cracking offer. If we could do this offer 100 times a day, I would. It's that good an offer. But we can have a look in the 15-10 at Taunton, Siam Park. Bookies odds are 6.5, lay odds are 7.6. So if I wanted to take that bet on, my qualifying loss would be £1.45, and for a second or a third offer, we can see this horse. It's odds of 6.5, so it's probably second or third in the betting. And for £1.43, whatever it is, £1.45, I'd take that one all day long. I mean, one of the bookies used to refund cash, was that Sky, but they don't do the offer anymore. Yeah. And we used to say anything up to a £2 qualifying loss was good for a cash refund. This one is a free bet refund, but even so, £1.45. Even if you've got a really bad match using the free bets, if this comes in, you're easily going to make £5, more likely to be £6 from your free bet. Which is why I said, like, if I could do this offer 100 times a day, I would.
Yeah, like it's like we always say as well, Andy, is that if you can lock in a couple of quid profit, £5 profit from doing these offers, would you turn down £2 that you found on a street somewhere? Would you just walk straight past it? No.
Yeah, I've always said this to people. You know, like if you was on a beach in the middle of nowhere, there was nobody for 10 miles this way and 10 miles that way, and you found a fiver, would you pick it up? Well, you would. You know, go and get an ice cream, go get a nice coffee, whatever. And people always say, well, how do you make 400, 500, 600, 700 pounds a month? If you keep on adding those little £2 and £3 gains together, that's when you get to positions where you see people joining the 1K club, the 5K club, the 10K club, the 15K club, and higher. I mean, we don't even want to mention Dave Grogan.
No, this isn't his bag. He's two up bag.
Yeah,
he's not the horse racing bag. But yeah, and again, with this being Cheltenham week, these offers are on every single day with multiple bookmakers. If you could get 10 of these offers each day, make £3, call it £4 on each of just those offers alone. That's £40. That's 160 quid over the week for very, very little work. And that's just on those offers alone, let alone the price boosts that are around, extra place offers that are around, each way no lay that's around this week. This is why members are, on average for Cheltenham, over the years, are just short of £700 for the week. I think the average is about £685.
Yeah, I think that's a figure I've still bandied around.
Is a figure that I've seen around. And that's an average. And if you could take 300 quid, 400 quid for the week, it's a no-brainer. It really is. I don't set myself a target for Cheltenham week. I'm beyond that now with the betting types that I do. But if I could come out with 600 quid for the week, 700 quid for the week, hit that average, I'm going to be more than happy, and makes it worthwhile doing from my personal point of view on that. But everybody's got different bankrolls, they've got different time constraints, different knowledge levels. If you're only just starting out, then just stick to these easy offers that they're about, the refund races, the bet and get offers. If you've been around for a little while, extra places in full lay mode if you haven't got a massive bankroll and are a bit wary of variant. Then you've got part lay if you wanted to go down that route, a little bit safer than doing each way no lay, where we're just laying on the win market and letting the place side of it run through, or going fully on each way no lay is your other option for Cheltenham as well. So there's so many different offers and so many different ways of earning money in this 4-day period that would normally take you probably a month to earn in real terms, with the amount of offers that bookies are throwing out there. And with this new racing catcher that's been introduced, is making it so much easier, so much quicker for all members. Excuse me. So yeah, the timing of this couldn't have been any better from the tech team to add this tool in. And as Andy's shown on there, all the offers are listed there. The Cheltenham offers aren't on there yet because obviously we've got today's racing that's happening for today. We only do sort of the day events. I'm hoping that the guys get Cheltenham on there from early evening sort of time. Would be my best guesstimate
But
for seeing all those offers on there.
it's best to check the offer as well, because some offers are only they're only going to be from 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, there are a few that are day and time specific that you need to keep an eye out for, especially price boosts as well. There'll be a lot that will be price boosts will be up for a couple of hours that need to get on and do from there. But if you've got the time to dedicate it to it this week, great. There's great money there to be made. If you can only do the night before, there's still great money to be made from it. We're not saying stop all your plans, put everything on hold. This is the week that you make your money and forget about the other 51 weeks of the year. This is like bonus week.
Cheltenham.
Yeah, it's Christmas for adults in the betting world. It really is. But it's 1 week out of the year, and it happens every single year as well, does Cheltenham. So if you're just wanting to, if you've only just started out with this in the past week or so, couple of weeks, don't get into panic stations about missing out on Cheltenham. You're better off sitting back, watching, learning, seeing what's going on, seeing the different types of offers, so you're ready to absolutely smash the living daylights out of it next year, because it'll be on again next year. It's every single year that this is on for, so it's not a problem. But if you have been with us for a while, there is good money to be made from Cheltenham, and if you've been with us for a long time, for a few years, you'll know how good the money that can be made over Cheltenham. So it's a win-win for everybody. It's either the start of your learning curve, it's in the middle of your learning curve, or you're at the top of it, and you like myself, Andy, the rest of the team. We've been doing this for way too long now, to not miss this opportunity of making some really good money during Cheltenham week, bonus week, whatever you want to class it as. But it's also good practice for the rest of the year. This isn't the only festival. There's Goodwood, there's Aintree, there's Ascot. The list goes on and on.
Yeah,
For it.
Richmond, York, every race course has one. I
Yeah.
think going forward, as soon as this one's over, we're building up to Aintree, the Grand National Festival. So that's a 3-dayer. But once the flat racing starts, people often ask, well, where's the list of festivals? I think there's literally one on every 2 or 3 weeks going through the summer until late autumn now.
Yeah.
And going back to what Chris said, sorry, Chris, we do get a lot of people that worry about missing out on Cheltenham because it's the first one. But like Chris said, it happens every year. So just build up your knowledge base, start going through that training, get stuck into some extra places, start dabbling in those. They're really low risk. Your 2-ups, they're low risk. All those are going to help build your bank. And you'll be ready and fully banked up to have a proper crack at it next year.
Yeah, like I say, we have been doing this a long, long time, but there's still parts that we're still learning on how to do and tweaking our knowledge as best as we can for offers and the best ways of attacking them and where we can make the best money from them. So we're not saying we're the be all and end all of everything, but we have done this for a while, and we just love sharing what we've learned over the 7.5, 8 years for me, 11 years for Andy with you guys. And if we can make your life easier by sharing that knowledge with you, then that's what we will do. It's an honor for us to be able to do that with you guys. So let's run through a few of these questions that we've had then, Andy, and see where we go from there. Do you think Lucky 15's an extra place, full lay, a good strategies to focus on this week? Yeah, definitely. The value is going to be absolutely phenomenal from there. The money in the markets is already in its high thousands for these. So yeah, if you've got the bankroll to be doing so, Lucky 15s, obviously we can't lay those bets, but they're worth still putting on. Extra place in full lay, if you want to do the full lay, play it on the side of caution, absolutely fine to do so. Still very, very, very good money to be making from that with the amount of places that are being offered. I think tomorrow's Sky are offering 7 places in the 15, 20, I want to say. And all the other bookies are offering at least 6 places. 1 or 2 are doing 5 places, the tight so and so's, but most of them are doing 6 places on that. So there's loads of places to be going at over the course of the week. The first race, Sky are doing 4 places instead of 3 tomorrow as well. So the value is just absolutely insane. And I can see Coops' wallet just growing even further with regards to that. So, as a newbie, my speed and knowledge will be limited. Really need to know how to max my earnings, what I can do now to practice. Thanks, guys. As we were saying through that live, just look at the bet and get offers, look at the refund races from there, and just have a follow of the forum, see what the guys are doing, how they're doing things. Price boosts are nice and easy to do as well. So I would just stick to that as a newbie for this Cheltenham, because it's back again next year. So there's nothing to worry about for that.
But the knowledge that you're going to pick up in the next 2 or 3 days, that will help you for the rest of the year for all the other big meetings. This is the biggest, but by no means is it the be all and end all. If you had it made up off all the festivals put together, it would be way more than I make from Cheltenham. Cheltenham's just one big hit in 4 days.
Yeah. Not even the big festivals. Every single weekend, every single day, there's refund offers being done. There's extra places being offered. So this is your way of seeing on such a much, much larger scale for this week. But it'll give you a good insight into how horse racing actually does work. Morning, chaps. First year for me. We're having a little bit of a bankroll to use, a little bit nervous, bit excited for those 4 days. We're a little bit nervous, but really excited for the next 4 days ourselves. As Coops has always said to me, anything can happen in horse racing. The horses don't know what their odds are, but they have no idea what odds are for them. So they could have a 100 to 1 outsider that just fancies going for a really, really strong run that day and just wipes the field apart. You could have anything fall at any fence. It's just the unknown.
And it's not like the Irish to throw a rungun in, is it?
Oh, no, of course it isn't.
We were talking about that earlier, Mullins. I think we've already covered this, but I was going to ask any risk of gubbing. As Chris said earlier, very little. The bookies are going to be struggling to keep up with all the bets that are flying in now, and they can times them by 10 tomorrow easily. So I'd say there's your chances of getting gubbed are pretty low.
Yeah.
I'll do this one, Chris. So, chaps, you reckon 6 to 7 places just bet and don't lay? No. We're either going to do each way no lay, part of the pro tier, or we'll do fully laid extra places. Because if the book is offering 7 and the normal lay is 4, if we hit 5th, 6th, or 7th place, we're in the money, and that's where I made most of my early money match betting through fully laid extra places. So I wouldn't just be using the old catcher and just deciding not to lay them. I've never known anybody make success out of that. If you want to go for each way no lay, then you're going to go pro and go into the fully lay mode. And that's realistically where I made, I'd say at least 50%. 50% of what I made was on fully laid extra places.
Yeah, it's a great way of riding variants from it. The other thing that you're going to experience with the fully laid part is the shared liability. It's the part everybody forgets about. You're thinking, oh, cracky, I've got 10 horses in this race on a win and on a 4-place market. I'm going to need all of that liability from every single bet that I'm doing. You don't. The liability gets shared out from your highest amount of liability across all of the horses, because at the end of the day, you can only have one horse that wins. The rest will lose. And on a 4-place market, you can only have 4 horses that finish in the places. The rest won't. So the money gets shared around. So you don't need quite as much money in your exchange as what you think you will do, because you haven't got to cover every single liability on every single bet, because it gets shared out amongst it. We have got a blog about shared liability, which I'll give Andy the link for once we've done this live, and we can post that on the thread for this as well, for you guys that are looking a bit unsure of what we're going to. It goes into a bit more detail of it, but the essence is that basically the highest liability that you've got gets shared around the rest of the horses, and that happens 4 times on the place markets, so you don't need as much on there. What time are you getting up to start checking on extra places? Sleep. Yeah, sleep. Because I'm doing the no lay, same as what Andy is this year, I'll be switching my laptop on at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, an hour before I start work. Having a look through them then. My breaks up, I'll have a quick look on there as well, see if there's any that I've missed. And if I get a chance during the working day tomorrow, depending how live chat and emails are, I might have a sneaky peek of what's about and get some bets placed. But please don't tell Monica that, because she'll hang me for it. But yeah, we'll keep that one between ourselves. But yeah, if you're doing extra places full lay, just whatever time you get up on a morning, because I wouldn't even make it, especially because there's that much money going through the markets. It's really going to be irrelevant. Maybe spend a couple of hours this evening just to see what's about and get okay with it all. But apart from that, not really anything different to what I do on a normal day.
Old Andy used to get up ridiculously early, though. But I'm going to enjoy an extra couple of hours in bed tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm getting too old for that. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock starts now, so no, not happening. Any good new bookies in the game this year I have to register today for? Your new favourite one, isn't the Mr. Coops?
Double's really, honestly, double. They have money back offers on every day, but I think they're doing a money back second or third every day, £10, £10 max. So if you get a couple of those, that's another 20 quid in your pot for Cheltenham. That's definitely one that, and I'm not associated with double, but they are pretty good. Small time booker.
You get some nice boosts from as well, don't you, from time to time?
Oh, mate, I had a ridiculous one on my birthday. They said, they sent me an email just saying, like, happy birthday, whatever you deposit today, you can spin the wheel and you can win up to 100% of your deposit back in free bets. So I was reading through it, and then it said the maximum you could deposit was 500 quid. I was like, okay. So I put £500 in, got a spin on the wheel, got a 50% in free bets. So it was like £250 in free bets that I turned into 190 cash in about 3 hours. Brilliant. Love them.
Best birthday present ever. Better than what Kaz got you for your birthday.
Defo.
Yeah, about the same. What's your best tips for doing full lay EPs this week? go race by race is probably the one that I would look at if you've got time to do so. Failing that, I would concentrate on the 6, 7 place markets if it's funds that you're worried about on that. Or more importantly, and it is the main thing with EPs, if you're not on pro at all, is ensuring that IO, the implied odds, is over 20 for a single place that's being offered, and over 15, 10 to 15 for multiple places being offered on there. That's it. The only real key to it. If you're looking at EV on the Pro on full lay mode, anything over 104% EV is what I'd be looking for on full lay. Maybe tweak it to 103, but I'd be looking more about the 104% mark for EV on the Pro tier in full lay mode. You got any further tips at all, Andy?
Yeah, organisation. No pad and pen will save you so much hassle. All I used to do, write down the name of the bookie, name of the horse, how much is going to win into it, and that will save you a lot of deliberation, because you'll be saying like, "Oh, I'm sure I had that horse," but if you write it all down and you're organised, you can always tell which bookie it's won into. And another one, don't check your your bookie balance straight away, because Cheltenham, it is that busy. Like if you was doing it on a Wednesday, your bet would be settled within seconds. On Cheltenham, it might take 5-10 minutes. It might take half an hour because they're simply going through millions of bets. So don't stress. If you place the bet, the bookie will pay.
Yeah, definitely. That was one of my big things on my first year at Cheltenham. Was like, where's my winnings got to? The bet hasn't settled yet. It's like, now it's going to take them a while. They've got thousands of bets going through. So, oh yeah, of course they will do. So yeah, don't panic on that at all.
I think Betfred are usually slow on any bet that's an each way bet, and so really don't get stressed with Betfred. They do pay out.
Yeah. Is it worth Mullins horses all each way or the lower odds of the win? Guess that's more of a real bet, but thought I'd ask. No, if it, we were just talking about Mullins as a general. His Cheltenhams have been renowned over years for wins and
dubious wins.
Yeah, but we could never ever say which of those horses out the 3 or 4 he might have in a race will come through. End of the day, don't look at the Mullins side of things. Just look at the value of the horses. If it happens to be a Mullins horse, great. If it's not, meh. But if you wanted a silly punt for it, if you've got your £2 free bet from Sky to use for it, and can't be bothered doing a back and lay to lock in a quid's profit or whatever, maybe stick that on a Mullins favourites for a couple of races or something as a silly punt. But if you want to lock in profit. But the main thing is look at the value of the horses if you're doing no lay betting. Use the protein, use the tools that are there, and don't even look at the horse's name. I just literally go on there. All right, that'll do. That's on my criteria. Jobs are good and bet placed. On with the next one, and it's just as simple as that. What's the next one?
How do you keep track of how much you're winning throughout the day, as you will not know how much you've made until the race ends for some bets? Just honestly, for me, it's always been the notepad and pen. I could literally show you books. I used to have the little leather books that I used to track the profit in. And then at the end of the day, you take all your profit, take away the qualifying losses, and I just used to put that in as one line into the profit tracker. Just to track profits. From then, that escalated to doing it just once a week, and then it was just once a month. and I'll just go through the pages with a calculator just to work out, rather than entering every single one. That's just the way I did it because I was a bit idle.
Yeah, same. Now I don't even do that because I do everything each way, no lay, and the software settles the bets for you. You can just see it on the tracker there. But I'll get to probably Saturday, probably be Sunday actually, because I'm working next Saturday. Probably Sunday, I'll just go through my bookie accounts. I know what balances I'm starting off with on there. I'll just see what balances I've got at the end of the week, and that'll be my profit for it. It really doesn't have an effect for me anymore because I say we've been doing this so long. I know there's going to be days, weeks, months that I'll be down. There'll be days, weeks, months that I'm up. Long term, I'm in profit, and that's all that matters for this. So, but I will have a check on probably Sunday on my day off of my bookie balances and see what I've actually done. I've been quite lucky that I've just had tech clean down some information for me, so I've got a fresh each way no lay tracker for this week. So it's going to be very, very quick and simple for me to see it on there as well. So be able to probably Friday night, Saturday morning, be able to see that on each way no lay I've made X amount from the week. So what? Oh, this one, Andy. What's the best to use for lay bet, Matchbook or Smarkets? Biggest word of warning I will give to you guys, and will give to you now. Have both of those exchanges open, have them both with money in them. One of them over this week, them, Betfair, BetDAC, will have an issue at some point, literally just the amount of traffic that will be going through their sites over this week. Is going to happen. It does every single year. It's no fault of theirs whatsoever, because the amount of traffic that goes through exchanges this week it's scary. It really, really is. So I would just have both of those exchanges open and loaded up, and use both of them over the week. You'll find that Smarkets for some races will have better odds and better liquidity available for it. Matchbook will for others. It's just the way that the cookie crumbles and how it works in this game. So have them both open, both loaded up, and use both of them over this week.
Yeah, on Cheltenham, I just made sure I had a solid chunk in Matchbook and a solid chunk in Smarkets, because, as Chris said, I've never known them, one of them not go down, but I've never had both of them go down.
No, likewise, and it is just literally down to the volume of traffic that they get. That they up their traffic flows every single year to be able to cope with it. They do loads and loads of testing beforehand, and it's just the unfortunate way of the world that with all the testing and backing and trials that you can do, something does go wrong, but they are very, very quick to get it up and back again. In fairness to them, but it's just literally a traffic issue from there. Why is this not showing? So my EP4 lay does not show Cheltenham tomorrow. It will do. You just need to change your time until race. I'm just double checking now. I'm saying that. Yep. If I'll just quickly share my screen. No, don't want to do that one. It's that one. Share screen. Share screen. X-Place Master. Share. So all you need to do, that's X-Place Master in full lay, is if you do the time until race, if you just slide that over to 10 hours and all, and then click apply.
Hold on, Chris,
You'll
you can't
see.
see the screen yet, mate.
Is it not showing?
No.
Should be.
I think I've just
Right.
added it. There it
Oh,
is. I've
there
just
it
added it, mate.
Yeah, so you just need to go to time until race and change that over, slide that up to 10 hours and then apply. And then your meetings for tomorrow will show up on there. So yeah, the Cheltenham races are there for tomorrow. So that's that. What sort of stake do you recommend for each way, no lane? All depends on your bankroll, is the quick answer for that. We suggest doing no more than 0.5% to 1% of your bankroll for your stake. So if you've got £1,000 bankroll, £10 overall stakes are £5 each way for it. That should allow you to ride through the variants of each way no lay, because it is a swingy
A swingy wingy thing.
You what? Sorry,
It's a very swingy wingy thing.
it is.
What I did when I started it, because I just wanted to play with the bookies' money. I just wanted to show everybody, just by starting small, what you can do with it. And I think I started on £2.50 each way stakes, and then every £1,000 profit I've made through it, I've just added either an extra 50p or a pound. And now today and tomorrow I'm into the bookies with £9 each way stakes. I should really up it to 10 because that looks better. But I'm not breaking my rules. So until I get up to £14,000 in profit, then it's stopping at £9 each way.
Happy days.
Yeah.
Racing Catcher Beta. Yeah, that's the tool that you need to use, Freddie, for the offers. It's the beta format. It's only in beta because it's just been put onto the site. There may be one or two teething issues, but touch wood, everything's looking okay for it as we stand at the moment. How come the Race Catcher doesn't have Cheltenham offers on yet? Covered that earlier on, basically because we've got today's racing happening, so the offers are there for today. It should go on there round about tea time-ish, the offers for Cheltenham tomorrow, so just keep an eye on it. From 5-ish onwards, we should start to see the offers for Cheltenham on there. Lowest qualifying loss every single time. That's all you need to be looking for on the Racing Matcher. Ideally, something that's second, third, fourth in the market would be the perfect scenario, but the qualifying loss is the main thing for you on there. So quickly rattle through these. How much can you expect to make on a standard day after getting a bit of experience under your belt? Standard day outside of Cheltenham is it? We post £1,500 with the reloads every single month, which is breaking down £50 a day. But obviously, you won't have all of those bookies. You won't be able to do all of those offers. But if you can make £20 a day, £600 a month, not to be ignored for it. Boosts are the quickest way to make money. Yep, they're very, very quick, simple to do. Lock in whatever profit you can from there. So they are nice, simple, quick, easy money makers. The racing coaches were saving a bit of time. I think I might try and hammer as many refunds. If perfect. If it's Mason or if it's Craig, which way around you've got your name for there. But yep, don't blame you whatsoever. It saved a hell of a lot of time. Just hammer the living daylights out a bit. Is each way no lay the most profitable in the long run? Yes, is the quick answer for you on that. We get about 14% return on investment on each way no lay over the time that it's been running. So it is profitable, but obviously it all depends on your bankroll, your aversion to variance and risk, your mindset. That is the biggest issue we get. People will go 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 100 bets that they've done and not have a placer or a winner from it. But the same I always use is they're like buses. It can happen. Then all of a sudden you'll get 3 big odds winners, race after race after race, and then your profits well back up again. It's just having that mindset to know that it will be downswings with an upswing in there as well.
On each one, like, would you recommend doing the offer on each of the bookies that are shown? No, just do it on one. Right, just do it on one. A lot of people get confused with that because it's showing you all the bookies that you can use, but you only want to use one. I don't want 12 bets on an 80-1 outsider. I'll put just the one on, like you would on any other. Yeah, just one. All it is just showing you the options that are there for you. But yeah, just the one.
Yep. If books paid on 7 places and 4, do you lay the 4-place market on the exchange? Bang on, Dylan, for that. The market you lay on is where it's saying instead of. The instead of is the industry standard. So if it's instead of 4, you're laying on the 4-place market on the exchange.
Then if you're 5th, 6th, or 7th, that's where you're making your monies.
Yep. I can't see a way to select all of the offers on the racing. You can't, unfortunately. You have to do each offer for them, or you could just go through for each race is the other way of doing it. So you can see an offer for a race and it'll list all the bookies for you for that particular race. If you're aiming to make, say, 700 to 1,000 pounds, what bankroll do you need?
I mean, it's almost an unanswerable question, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you were incredibly lucky, you could do it with a couple of £100, but I'd say a couple of thousand. That's going to help you. But you know, you're probably not going to make 700 to 1,000 with a £500 bankroll. But as we were talking about earlier, Cheltenham happens every year, so keep your bankroll intact, and next year you'll be really, you know, you can really hammer it.
Yeah,
it's a question that gets asked every year, over and over again, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, 0.5% to 1% as an overall stake for those. So yeah, that's it. So whatever the bookies are paying instead of, which says on there, the industry standard will be the instead of. So if it's instead of 3, it'll be the 3-place market to lay on. Yeah, accounts you'll be doing today, sir, tomorrow. Just make sure you've got your exchanges with money in them if you're backing and laying the bets. Make sure that the bookie offers that are in the forum thread that you can see the offers for already, you've got accounts signed up for, and just enjoy the racing. On the racing cash on the day of the race. Yeah, there you go. From midnight on, that's from Monica. So it'll be from about midnight that they'll be on there.
This is one of my favourite questions. Can you do EP offers on good accounts? You can. All apart from it's the Bet Victor group in it. Bet Victor don't play out on Govd accounts, but every other bookie does. Boyles can be a bit, but I haven't had a Boyles account for years, so I wouldn't know. But Paddy, Sky, Bet365, Betfred, William Hill, you name it, they all pay out on extra places, because extra places are a beautiful thing.
They certainly are. I've got to love our Monica. She's going through answering some of these questions for us. So thank you, Monica. Much appreciated as always.
Waffling on.
Yep. Andy, what qualifier? Oh, why does that keep disappearing? So
What qualifying loss did you choose to accept on each selection when you did full lay mode? Really, there wasn't a limit as long as the implied odds was there. I could lose £10 on a bet quite easily and not bat an eyelid.
But
I would,
if you are concerned about your qualifying loss and you've got the IO that's there, just reduce the stake down for it. That will reduce your qualifying loss if you are concerned about it. If you wanted to reduce it to a £2 qualifying loss, for example, just reduce your stake down accordingly. Calculator will do that calculation for you.
See, I didn't want to be that guy that missed out on that place because I was scared about the qualifying loss. So I just used to it. Anything that came within the implied odds range, I'd take it. I really would.
Which leads on to the next question.
Yeah.
How many bets do you place in pre-trade? Any that have got the IO that you're looking for. We don't know which of those horses is going to hit for that race, so just get on to whichever meet the criteria.
I mean, it wasn't unusual for us to have 20 runners in a 24, 26 runner race. That wasn't out of the ordinary. I mean, I do remember the Welsh National. That was a poor day when we didn't have. There was only 4 finishes. We literally covered every horse in the race, and there was no extra places because no horses. I think there was only 4 horses that finished.
Yeah, there was virtually no places, let alone extra places.
Yeah.
From it, yeah. 32 horse, 40 horse race and 4 finishes. That was when they absolutely bucketed down, hadn't it, for days before. And of course was just, I don't even know why they ran it, but
it was a field. It was a muddy field.
Will there be a chat thread tomorrow so we can see it? Yes, there's a chat thread already up for Cheltenham on the forum, which is showing the offers that are on there. And the usual extra place thread will be there as well. Yep, that's a good tip. Simply 21st. Just take screenshots of them. Trouble with bookies live chats is that they don't know 99% of the offers that they've actually got out there for the live chat guys. They don't get informed at all. So instead of saying, oh, yeah, that's right, they'll just say, no, that's not one, when it actually is. And if you do start getting to quibbles with them, just send them an email. You'll always get a better response email-wise from bookies because more senior people will look at those emails as opposed to live chat agents.
Yeah, for live chat, Paddy are decent, Bet365 are good, Sky are okay, forget the rest.
Yeah, the rest of them don't bother. Please go through the minimum IO 3Ps again. For 1 extra place, it's minimum IO of 20. For 2 places or more, anything between 10 and 15 IO is basically it. For those, that's all you're looking for. So if the bookies are offering 7 places instead of 4, so we're offering 3 extra places, an IO between 10 and 15 is absolutely fine.
Here we go. We've got some more info about the Star Sports offer. I think they've released that now. Bet 100 on the 13-20 tomorrow. Get £50 free bets for the last race. The credit free bet instant just made £30 in about 2 minutes. Liking your style.
We'll be onto that one as soon as we come off from here.
Yeah, sorry, Mum, we're going to be away for a bit.
Yeah. Is it okay to place Lucky 15 for Cheltenham today? Yep. If the value's there, take it now. Get on them, get them placed. Monica's kindly shared the enhanced sign-ups link
there it is.
For you guys. I've been good by loads for it. Not something we can really talk about. Is it possible to link Kiwi links to these new pet accounts?
Don't really understand the question. Maybe.
No, I don't either. To be honest with you, I went through dormant bookies for 150 quid to put on exchanges. Yeah, that's not a bad tip either. Is bookies that you've not used for absolutely donkeys. Have a look through them, see if there's any cash that's lying in them to use tomorrow, well, over this week. Somebody I was talking to last week before, maybe, it's all merged into one. Went on to an old PokerStars account that they had and found 650 quid in there. It's
I
like,
can beat that.
oh, I know you've had one or two absolute stunners.
Yeah,
In yours over the
it was
years.
Unibet, and I just had the gubhammer, and I got like a £2 free bet. Withdrew all my stakes, placed this stupid acca. It was about 400 to 1, and didn't I accidentally logged into that gubbed Unibet about a year later, and nearly weed myself when I found 800 quid in there, and from this incredible long odds acca that fell in, paid out straight away.
We've missed his lives. Good to see you both. We've missed doing them as well, and hopefully we've got more to come over the year. Now we've actually got back up and running. The tools are exactly the same on both sites, Kelly. Yep, there was an acquisition happened 15 months ago now, whatever it is. So the tools are the same. Oh, Lucky 15's a good bet. They are if they come in.
Yeah. And we've seen some monsters.
Lucky 15s are a great bet. It's basically 30 bets that a place can you do it each way, covering singles, doubles, trebles, and the holy grail of all four coming in as winners. But you get the places as well, and then you get multiples and all sorts. They're a great bet to do. Bookies love us doing them because they just see the value in the win side of it, but we're more concerned on the places.
It's about as muggy a bet as you can make at Lucky 15. Yeah. If you ever go into bookies, you'll see the old granddads that they're all doing Lucky 15s, trying to make a fortune for a small stake.
Yeah, that's all they're doing. So, right. So basically, guys, to sum up, it's Cheltenham. It's a bonus week. If you're new to it all, don't panic. Just learn from what's out there currently. Do the odd bet here and there. Excuse me. Make a little bit of profit from it. If you've been with us for a while and understand horse racing refunds and extra places, jump into them. The threads are all there for it all. If you've been with us for a long time or you've done a lot of betting before or value betting, the each way no lay is a great way to go. But the main thing is there's a bit of everything for everybody, and don't start comparing yourselves to each other. We see it all the time. Oh, how has such and such made 1,500 quid from Cheltenham and I've only made 100 quid from Cheltenham? It's just the style of betting that they're doing and how their results have happened. It's not a competition of who's made the most over Cheltenham. It's just a great week for an extra few bob to be made, to learn what can be made from match betting in a very condensed time scale. Because what you'll learn over this week will carry you forward for the other 51 weeks of the year, for the other festivals that we mentioned earlier on that are happening through the year, building your bankroll up, learning all the little techniques and little tweaks that we need to do and can do. But yeah, it's not a competition for who makes the most money over the week. That is the last thing that it is. It's just about helping you guys optimize. These 4 days are really, really condensed into 5 hours of racing. Yeah, 20 past 1 till 20 past 5. So four and a bit hours of horse racing that goes on. And if you've never ever watched a horse race before, just watch one of these races at Cheltenham, because for me and Andy, it's the quality of racing that's also a big thing for us as well. Yes, we make some nice money from this over the week, but the quality of horse racing over this week is second to none. It really, really is, and it's just worth watching from that aspect.
Yeah, I've been to Cheltenham many times, but simply now I can't afford to be at the races because I'll be making too much money by not being at the races. But the best thing at Cheltenham is when they come around the bottom bend and they come up the Cheltenham Hill. And there's this thing about Cheltenham, it doesn't look like it's a massive hill, but when you're at the course and you're standing next to it, it is. And you'll see horses that ain't got the stamina to get up it and ones that will fly up it. It's brilliant to watch. I love Cheltenham. I love Cheltenham.
Cheltenham is a great 4 days of racing. It really is. So, guys, final word from me.
I've just got one, mate, because it's Dylan. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Andy who gave me a good tip a couple of years ago. Number of runners times 1.5. No, that wasn't me, mate. Honestly. No, I've just followed my rule of implied odds of 20 of it if there's two places. And that's all I've ever done. If you tag me in Facebook, Dylan, I know you're on there. I'll share my cheat sheet with you again.
Cool. Yeah, last word from me, guys, before I pass to Andy to close off, is that have an absolute awesome week. Thank you ever so much for your time and for your questions. As we always said, it makes our lives so much easier answering your questions instead of us just waffling for the sake of waffling, which me and Coops could do all day long anyway. But thank you ever so much for your time today. It's been a pleasure to be back. And we're just hoping that we can get some more lives done over the year. So from me, have a great, happy Cheltenham. I'm on live chat all of this week. If you need anything at all, along with the rest of the team that's there, Coops will be floating about on Facebook, as he always is. So, guys, thanks from me. I will pass you over to Andy for the closing comments, as Cheltenham is his baby at the end of the day. So, over and out from myself.
See you later, mate. Yeah, just going back over what we've said, don't compare yourself to other people. If you make 100, 200, 300, 400, it don't really matter. You're just making profit. We're here to help you. If you want to catch me on Facebook, you know where I am. If you need more one-to-one help, you can just jump onto the live chat and talk to Chris, any of the guys. I do occasionally make a guest appearance on live chat, so you might get me. But one thing has annoyed me today. Nobody's noticed the lack of hair. Not one comment. Gutted. Anyway, have a happy Cheltenham. If you need us, you know where to get us. And just be lucky. See you later, guys.
Later, all.